So let's get started. Let's get started on this awesome topic. I'm so excited. So take a deep breath in. Press the palms into the heart space on the exhale. This is just a connection to the beautiful masculine and feminine sun and moon side, left and right brain. Living in a space of harmony and grace is our goal in life. That's my goal, and I want to share that with you and how you can achieve that through meditation. So we're talking about the science of meditation. I've had several talks over the past few weeks. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for joining. And today we're talking about the anterior insula. So if you're like, what the heck is that? So that is the part of the brain that's in between your temporal lobe and your frontal lobes. And there are actually two insulas in your brain, one on each side. And we're talking about the anterior insula and how it is activated through meditation, which makes you a happier and more kind and compassionate person. I don't know, I think that's pretty rad. So I'm going to share some of that with you guys, the benefits, the science, and all that fun stuff. Oh, thanks, Michelle. You are an incredible person too, and I cannot wait to see you in New York in August. And so we're talking about compassion and kindness, and how those people who practice compassion and kindness are the happiest people. Science has proven that these people are just so happy in life because they practice this daily. And of course, with anything, practice takes patience and of course practice, like progress. So we have to just make sure that it's something that we're compassionate with ourselves first, and that we can really give ourselves a break when we feel that we weren't the most compassionate person, or we feel that, you know, maybe we could have been kinder, and be okay with that. I don't know why I keep playing with this little thing. Oh, I'm excited. All right. So Dalai Lama says, if you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. So practicing this, we all know that it is a practice. We're not here in this world to be perfect human beings. We're here to be kind human beings and successful and prosperous and happy and joyful human beings. So what makes us truly happy? Many people believe that achieving and receiving makes us the happiest in life. But the research shows otherwise, and that's what I want to talk about today. According to the latest science, true happiness comes from practicing compassion. And I feel like I've been saying this a lot already, but I'm just trying to really allow you to absorb that and hold that as truth. And you know, when you help your fellow neighbor or a friend, I don't know, move apartments or take them to the airport, when you feel connected into the world through volunteer work, or you feel maybe you donated money to charity, or you're close to a shelter, and we absolutely expect nothing in return, that's when we're just being kind for the sake of being kind. And that's when we're really tuning into that place of compassion, and we're really absorbing that connection with another human being, and really allowing that marination, if you will, that good feeling sensation thrive inside of you, inside your physiology, your energetic being. And that is what science is saying, that that's when life takes on purpose and takes on meaning. And it really is cool, because the reality is, another study was done at the University of British Columbia, and researchers shows that when you actually donate to charity, when you volunteered at the homeless shelter, when you just did any kind of random act of kindness, those had not only benefits of, you know, that energetic flow of like, ooh, that feels good, but it actually, studies have gone that people have lived longer, the anxiety has gone down, the dissolve of depression, and the strengthening of your immunity system. The list goes on and on. I could talk all day long about it. But the old saying goes, you know, what do they say? Give and you shall receive. I don't know, I grew up in a Catholic household, and you know, that was one of our sayings, give and you shall receive. And it really, there's an anchor there. There's an anchor to truth right there, that when you give, you are going to receive back. And we don't know how it's going to show up in our lives. We just know it is. Well, we have to trust that it is. We have to trust that it will show up in our lives. And that's the truth. So how do we become more kind and more compassionate? It sounds really great. Like, oh yes, I want to be a beacon of light to everybody. And But I also sometimes just want to throw my freaking shoe at humanity because I'm so mad, right? I'm so angry that maybe things aren't going your way, or you're just frustrated with the way the world is going with politics, or whatever that might be for you that you're struggling with. And knowing that this is the truth right here, that people aren't born compassionate people. We have now learned through science that we can mold our minds. We can mold this. So you may not be born with the softest, most gentlest heart, but you can practice this. Okay, according to science, that answer is no. You don't have to be stuck in that way, that you can decide whenever you're ready, which I hopefully is like right here, right now, or you wouldn't be listening to this conversation. Your brain, the level of your consciousness can be strengthened, just like when you go to the gym and you're like, yes, I want my summertime six-pack, and you do 1,000 crunches. Okay, yes, I want, strong legs, and you do a bunch of leg presses. The same thing. Our mind is a muscle. Our mind is a muscle, and that's the power of neuroplasticity. And that's one of the things we were talking about in our very first conversation. Neuroplasticity, the ability to mold the mind, to mold it into anything that you want, absolutely anything whatsoever. So we've all heard that story, or maybe stories of maybe someone who just gave all their money away to charity and went and volunteered in India somewhere, or they just decided to step away from where they're at in their life that's very successful and wanted to explore inner city living, or just volunteering in a less fortunate area, a world of the world, a third world country or something. We've heard of these beautiful stories. And the point is that you can make these changes, right? You can make this shift at any point in your life. It doesn't matter where you're at right now. It matters where you want to be, where you want to live, what kind of life you're willing to tap into today. The past no longer, I don't want to say exists, it does exist, but acceptance of the past. Hi Layla, thanks for joining. The acceptance of the past, and then deciding I'm going to live now. I'm going to live in the space of where I am in this time and place right now. And you can make this at any time. We can call this the kindness-o-meter, right? We can connect to the kindness and thoughts regardless of our past. Science has proven it. We are never set at the capacity you think you are right now. That is proven. It is proven, it's proven, it's proven. And while each day can represent and bring along multitude of opportunities, how are you going to look at these opportunities? How are you willing to spread the love? How are you willing to shift into the kindness gear, and just knowing and owning that this is a chance, this is a choice that you can make so clearly and so simply. We as humans love to complicate things. We like to overthink it, overanalyze it, get into that brain and go, well, if I do this and this and that, and that's no longer coming from a place of compassion. That's coming from a place of logic. It's coming from a place of expectation. If I do this, I'll receive that. So we're looking at meditating into the mind space, connecting to the anterior insula, so that your passion, your compassion, your kindness meter rises. And meditation can do this for you. How does that do this? So how does it do this? So there was a study done at the UCLA Medical School of Medicine that found that your right anterior dorsal insula, when you're meditating, becomes highly active, super charged. So what's the link here? Basically, they did this brain imaging, and what happens is, same as if you were to give some charity or do something kind, or I don't know, whatever that might be for kindness for you, bring a friend to the airport, that part of your mind lights up like a Christmas tree. It's like super bright, and almost like the 4th of July, since we're there in 2 days' time. Think about that. Those beautiful explosions in the sky that create these gorgeous images. And that's what your mind does when you meditate. When you go into meditation, this region of your brain lights up like the 4th of July. How amazing is that? And this is proven. So whenever you do volunteer work, whenever you do charity work, whenever you say hello to a stranger, whenever you are sitting in traffic, maybe you live in LA and you're sitting in traffic and you're like, holy crap, you just can't handle it anymore. And you decide to stay for a moment as you sit, and the heat is happening and the air conditioner doesn't work, and you're like, oh my gosh. And you decide to let someone go in front of you. You're like, you know what, go ahead. That alone, that 3-second decision that you took to be kind to someone, to let them pass in front of you, that is lighting up that anterior insula part of your mind. And that is what's firing your way into compassion and kindness. And it does take practice, I'm not gonna lie. Right? We all have our moments where we're angry at the world, we're angry at ourselves, we're angry at our best friend, our partner, and that's okay. Honoring those emotions, understanding where they're coming from, doing your best not to project it onto them, understanding, okay, this is my own stuff, or what is happening, and how can you have a conversation around it, and really just allowing these things to process. And so it really is interesting and factual and amazing that we have this option. We have this choice in our life today, right here, right now. So it's really no coincidence that if you think of any humanitarian in the world who's done profound work in this world, I can almost guarantee, I can almost bet money on it, that they meditate, that they have a daily practice of some type of meditation to tap into their kindness and compassion. I mean, could it really be coincidence that they have done so many incredible things? The Dalai Lama, Mother Teresa, look at Oprah, look at Bill Gates, look at anyone from any perspective that's really created a difference in this world. They've all had a hand in meditation. I don't know, massive shifts come in your consciousness when you meditate. And you can propel yourself into quantum leaps if you're willing to practice. So becoming kinder and more passionate, maybe you're not going to win a Nobel Prize, but it certainly can make the day of someone that you cross paths with. My favorite thing to do, which, well, I haven't done it in a while because I quit drinking coffee. I quit caffeine about, I think it's been about 45 days now. But what I'd love to do, so I'll have to figure out another way how to implement this, but I would go to the coffee shop and I would order my coffee and I would ask the barista or whoever was ringing them up, I said, can you buy the person's coffee behind me and put it on my tab? And then I would just pay for their coffee and I would just leave and just turn around and say, have a nice day, and I would leave and not say anything else. And it felt so good. Sometimes they would come out and be like, oh my God, that was amazing, if I'm still in the shop or in the parking lot. But it's such a gift to say, you know what, I have no expectation. I just want to do something kind. So here's a cup of Joe. Because the bottom line is, it spreads like wildfire. Because that person now goes, what can I do to be kind to someone? How can I make a shift in someone else's life? Like, I was just impacted so lovingly and caringly. And I want to do that for someone else. I want to do that for someone else. And now you've got their wheels spinning, and they're going to pay it forward. And guess what's going to happen? The next person's going to go through that same thing and go, that was really cool. I want to do that. What can I do? And then they're going to go and do something. And then there you go. You're spreading this freaking amazing compassion and kindness like wildfire without even thinking about it. You just did it. Because you meditated and you tapped into your compassion and kindness anterior insula lobe, and you said yes. You said, cool, I get it, because you're open to that. You're expanded in through meditation into that area of your life. I don't know, I think it's really cool to make such a positive spark in the world. So how would you like to make a positive spark in the world? Today you can do something. I really think it's true. You can tap into that. If you are really ready to upgrade your mind, really upgrade your anterior insula. It's such a weird word to say. Try and say that a couple times backwards. I actually had to practice it and look it up to make sure I was saying the insula part right, because you never know with these medical terms. Are you ready to tap into your compassion, your most compassionate self, your most kind self, while reducing anxiety, while dissolving depression, while sifting through the overwhelm and stress and finding more focus, more balance, a meditative mindset of clarity, and just really living a fuller life? If that's something you are saying yes to right this moment in time, I encourage you to sign up for my online course that I just launched. It is a meditation course. It's called Shift Your Mind, and it's based on beginners, for those who are like, oh my God, I don't know how to meditate, that word kind of scares me. And I will guide you through it. It's actually going to be a live connection, so we'll all be on Zoom, and we'll be here as a happy family, as a happy community, learning the meditations of how to really just breathe into it, understand it, and walk away with incredible tools that will shift your life forever. So the link is in the bio on Instagram, and it's on the description in Facebook. If you're interested, there's more details on that link. Go there, check it out, see if it's for you. It's gonna be super fun. Actually, it's half full already, so I only have a few more spots left. We are half full, which I'm so excited about. I was so surprised and just overwhelmed by the receptivity of this. And yeah, so go check it out. If you have questions, DM me, hit me up, find me. I'm here for you guys. That's why I do this stuff, because I'm here to serve, and I'm here to tap into my most, hopefully, fullest way of bringing more compassion and kindness into this world. So that's my share today. When we change our thoughts, we change our lives, we change the world. So if you're ready to discover meditation, go ahead and hit that link, or just reach out to me directly and I can send it to you. However you want, guys. It's gonna be an incredible day. It's, let's see, it's about 11:30 here in LA. It's warm, it's sunny, it is summer. And I wish you all a beautiful Tuesday. Thank you for letting me share my passion with all of you. Thank you for listening. And I will be back on Thursday. I know it's the 4th of July, but I'm gonna pop on because I've got a few more regions of the brain I wanna talk about, because I think it's important. I love science, and I just feel that that's what really grounds me into knowing and really understanding. And I know that's my logic brain, but I really just love this. It just geeks me out and fills me up. So thank you for letting me share. I'll see you all hopefully on Thursday, going into the other regions of the brain, and how meditation and science come together to really bring more balance into our lives. Big hugs to all of you. Big loves to everyone. We'll see you soon. Thanks for listening.